Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Join me in October 1982, where anything can happen. We were last playing Battle Sight on the Apple II. Let's see what's next. Next, we're going to the arcade and play Beezer. I have no idea what Beezer is. There's some gameplay over on the left side. Let's go to the arcade and see what it's all about, or see what the buzz is all about. The advertising flyer for Beezer is not in high quality, but you can kind of make out, I guess that's Beezer. Maybe it's even a fan project. It's not a real advertising flyer. Is this a real game? I feel like I asked myself that too many times. But there you go, it's Beezer. It really is. There's really a Beezer there on the screen. But we also have another advertising flyer. It's a spectacular new game is what it says. And if you look down the bottom, is somebody turning a Galaxian arcade cabinet into Beezer? Are we that modern now? You got to switch out your Galaxian games? It's a little sad. So there's the arcade cabinet for Beezer. Yeah, it's a little cartoony around the outside. It's another video game about bugs. We were just talking about that in the chat. Yes, so much buzz going around in the arcades and insects. Another terrible picture of the arcade cabinet, but there you go. Inside is the PCB. Ooh, look at all those chips. But the control panel is where it gets interesting. This is only controlled with the trackball. Look at that. And it's one of those slimy, sticky ones you most likely had touched whenever you're in the arcade. And there it is. But that's all. That's the control. That's all we got. There's the arcade marquee. Very, very nice. This is the very first game we've seen by Tong Electronic, who makes this. So maybe we'll see more by Tong Electronic. Maybe not. And then there is a fan project along with a screenshot. We have a manual for Beezer. This manual is really about how to install it, and that's it. It's about how to connect the circuit boards, not to short circuit anything, and not electrocute yourself. So we don't get anything about how to play the game from the manual, sadly. All right, so without further ado, let's go to the arcade and play Beezer. Tong Electronic at some time in October 1982. There we go. Now, the opening looks kind of familiar. Like this graphic and this font looks like another game we played called Leprechaun. Does it work for us? Oh, it does. All right, so Beezer, beware. Watch out for the bees. They will sting you. Okay, that's good to know. Trap the bees in 6-sided cells by pushing gates. Well, first of all, wait a second. Look at all this text. Is this an arcade game or a strategy game on the computer? The arcade games are supposed to be intuitive, but this is a wall of text when you put the coin in. So hopefully that means it's too complicated. All right, so trap the bees in a 6-sided cell by pushing the gates. First, push a trap with an open corner, then wait for the bee to enter your trap. Push the gate closed to trap the bee inside. Be careful not to trap yourself. Yeah, this is too much text for an arcade game. Earn bonus points for each hive level 1. Watch out when the queen bee comes out. She can break traps and will lay bee eggs. Eat eggs before they hatch into new bees. Eggs energize with power. Okay, so you can eat the eggs before they turn into more bees, and then you can get power to destroy all the other enemies. Enter the cave to go across the hive. All right, so we can do a 1-player game, or like most arcade games, 2-player, but you gotta hot seat it. All right, so let's go ahead and push start. Oh my gosh, 9 steps? I don't think any arcade game should have 9 steps to play. Oh, it sounds like they cut off the flight of the bumblebee there. Oh, there you go, you got a little bit back. All right, so trap the bees. Now, here's where it gets cool. Look at the fine-tuned trackball control. So all you're doing is moving the turnstiles around. I am the bug at the very bottom of the screen now, and you can move. Can I go through? Sweet. So you can go in and out of all... They really took the let's warp in Pac-Man to a whole new level in Beezer. Every single one of these tunnels, I can move to the other side. All right, so how do we trap them? Let's see if we can try it. Looks like we have to make it into... There. Okay, we did it. Well, no one's inside. We have to convince the bee to come inside so we can trap them into that. I love the trackball control, though. It works really, really, really well. Smooth. It actually feels. I feel more in tune to the bug I'm controlling right now than any other game we played with insects or being controlled by the insect. It feels like I'm crawling around as them. All right, so how do I trap the? Oh gosh, there's the queen bee. It's laying eggs. I might as well just go pick up the egg, right? Oh, nice. As you can actually push the egg around to the other side. But if I don't trap bees, I think that's a big problem. I'm supposed to be trapping them. I'm not being a good bee. Because now I'm starting to flash, but I don't know exactly what that means. Oh, and yeah, if you get to... Wait, I won? Oh, I see. Because I got enough eggs, I was flashing. And since I was flashing, I could kill the bee, and I didn't have to trap the bee. Make sure you read all 9 steps before you play Beezer, so you know exactly what to do. Alright, I think I got the hang of it now, but now we have 2 bees. It's too many bees. And then you have to make your way to the other side, I bet. So I can use this. No. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so I almost got him. I gotta be smart. Nope, not that way. Oh. I don't know if I can trap these guys. They're pretty fast. That was quick. Okay, quick, this one. Oh, no, it's not that. You have to do the other side. It doesn't count if it's against the wall. It has to be all levels connected. So, interesting gameplay. Now, we've seen this before. We've seen a lot of games close to this before. This marks our 468th game we've played in the arcade. That's how many arcade games are out there. Yeah, keep the bees puns coming from the chat. I love it. Yeah, even though this is the first game by Tong Electronic, this is yet another maze-style game made popular by Head-On and Pac-Man. And this one marks our 271st maze game. This one just has the turnstiles moving it around, which is similar to Ladybug. Ooh, another bug-style game. Now, I could cheat like I did before and not trap any of the enemies and just pick up some of the eggs. And then after I get myself powered up, then touch the bees to let... How am I going to get them inside? Oh, you can kill yourself inside? Well, good to know. Was that one of the 9 steps that you can destroy yourself within your own traps that you're trying to set? Okay, this guy is going to die. I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure out how to trap him. You have to use all of the warps around to make it work. There's one. Nope, stay in there. Stay right there. Don't move. Got him. Yes! I finally trapped a bee! I feel so accomplished. Nope, no, wait, stay in there. So you have to keep them trapped while you go for the other one, and that means you have to lure in, if it's multiple bees in each level, that's really tricky. That's a good one, Hunter. Oh, there's an egg. All right, I'm powered up. I can kill all of them now. You're gonna die. Yes, the hunter becomes the hunted. And we win again. Sweet, so while I did figure out how to trap one of the bees out of the 2, you have to be able to trap all of them and keep them contained. So now how many do we have this time? 3? Whoa, yeah, so it gets very, very difficult. Well, then again, this kind of play style is similar to other games, but it's not exact. You know, it's very similar to the game we played called Ladybug, and then another one in the arcades that was similar to that called Dorodon that has the turnstiles. And so that's it. There's really not anything that can compare quite to this compared to those games. It is still a top-down maze game. It just has a different flavor. That's how amazing Pac-Man is. I like the trackball control, though, as I die. Yeah, gameplay is challenging. This is the kind of game, though, if I saw this in the arcades, playing as an insect with the trackball is fun. And so I want to continue to figure out the game to play better. Man, but the 3 enemies at once, there's no way I'd be able to... Oh, don't kill myself this time. Nice and easy. And you have to lure them in. Yeah, but the fine-tuned controls are a nice touch. All right, let's see if we can get them in there. Nope, don't go this way. Come on, follow me. Lure the bee. Anytime... Oh, he went the other way. I wonder if the AI... Oh, there we go. Follow me. Come on, come on. This way. Come on, there. Oh, nope, nope. Back in here, this way. Why is the other one spinning? They're spinning around like crazy. All right, so I got one trapped, and I wonder if we can... Hopefully it wants to trap all of them in the same hex. All right, let me get another one of those. Okay, good. Just wait for the queen bee to come, get the egg, power yourself up, and then just kill all of them. That's the way to go. So the mechanic of trapping the bee is so difficult that you may as well just wait for the queen bee to come and then, you know, power up and then kill everybody. Yeah, it's very, very responsive, Hunter. It feels awesome. Yeah, so every level we've gone 1 bee, then 2, so we're level 4 with 4 other bees to trap, but I don't know. Maybe the strategy is just hang around, wait until the queen to come, kill the or eat the eggs, get the power up, and then kill all the other bees, and then you're all set. But there you go, that's Beezer, and it is changing the color. I like this neon green hive that we're playing in now. It looks awesome. All right, that's pretty fun. Beezer was a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting the game to go like that. I actually thought it was going to be something like not high quality, but this felt good. Beezer felt like a very good arcade game. I'm already seeing in the chat, Charlie's throwing out a 4-star rating of all the games you could play at this time. This one's still considered like a grid capture game. This is the 17th grid capture game we played thus far. And it is kind of like Ladybug. It visually looks a little bit like Leprechaun that we saw by Moppet Video. But the control style, the one that's done with the trackball with a maze game, is really, really unique. The only one we've seen that's done that is Marine Date, which is the only other maze game that is controlled with a trackball of all the video games we played. So this is a unique title for sure. Gameplay-wise, and because of how unique it is, I'm going to go 4 stars. It's excellent. And it's fresh. It's something new. If this was in the arcade with all the other games, I'd want to play it. 4 stars for Beezer. In the chat, I'm seeing impressive 3.5. Yeah, Manly, I got you. Difficult to pick up for sure. Yeah, I know. It's unsure unless you actually play with the trackball yourself. Then you'd have that authentic experience. All right, with that, let's see what our next game is. Next is Berserk on the Dragon 32. We put Dragon 32 and 64 up there because by next year, it's got to compete with the Commodore 64 and they up the memory. But right now, it's only the Dragon 32. And Berserk is something we've already seen. Berserk was called Color Berserk on the Coco. November 1981 is when we saw it. And here it is in the United Kingdom on your Dragon 32. Man, the front of the box. Don't put a man's face melting on the front of the box. What? Why would you do that? Why would you put... What? Who decides this? This is a terrible idea. But there's the cassette case for Berserk. It is obviously Berserk, just trying not to get sued. But the front of the box, man. Whoa. Do we have any other artwork besides a man's face melting? Oh, we have the cartridge. Sweet. The cartridge on your... I didn't know they had cartridges on the Dragon 32. But I know we're going to be playing on the cassette version. Unless, is this the cassette, what it looked like on the Dragon 32? Anyone in chat want to correct me? We also have the manual as well for Berserk. This one is just like the one we had played before on the Coco. So this, though, we haven't seen the manual, I believe. Welcome to Berserk. You'll enjoy super graphics, dynamite sound effects, and this fast-paced arcade-type action for 1 or 2 players. It's arcade style, though. You don't get to play at the same time. The exciting combination of angry robots and evil Orville. That's right, it's evil Orville instead of evil Otto. It'll provide hours of action-filled fun. Hours? Well, here on the show, we don't give you hours. I'm sorry. This game combines joystick and fire button action. What does that mean? Joystick and fire button action? I'm going to have to use that later in another part of the show. The object of the game is use your laser gun to destroy hostile robots in a series of rooms while avoiding various hazards. And that is Berserk in a nutshell. Each player begins the wave with 3 men, and the game is over when all 3 have been lost. For 2 players, each one play alternates. So it's just hot seat arcade-style gameplay. So how do we prepare for the game? We turn the power switch. We load the cartridge. Yeah, it says cartridge. Sweet. Why am I playing them on cassette then? I want to get the cartridge versions of these. You put the joystick in and 2 joysticks if you got them. This one uses analog joysticks just like the Coco. All right, we got the idea. Manual explains it. We'll refer back to it if we need to. Let's pop in and play Berserk on the Dragon 32. This is by Mark Data Products, published by Dragon Data at some time in October 1982. This one marks our 23rd game we played on the Dragon 32. Now, on the outside, you can see it is showing Dragon 64 because it's going to be the same system later. All right, so this is machine language. Let's load it in. I am not waiting for it to load the cassette. There we go. And then we should be able to run... No, it's exact. That's right. Yes, charge. Play some Berserk. This is another multi-directional shooter or a top-down run and gun. This is the 17th game we played. That's that genre. And I'm going to go with a 1-player game. Fire button to proceed. And we're in. Yes. It is Berserk, but it's the same one we played on the TRS-80 color computer. So while I can't verify it was done by Ron Krebs, this might have been the exact same, port done by Ron Krebs that was done for the TRS-80 color computer. Uh-oh. Evil Orville's coming. Quick, go to the top of the screen. Nice. It had the same scroll. Yeah, this looks identical than it did on the Coco. Am I getting my drift? Yeah, I have a little bit of drift that I felt on the Coco. Doesn't feel as bad as it did on the Coco, but the control might have been from the emulation. Oh, I see. That's true. In different regions, the cassette would have been called cartridge as well. Oh, that was a really unfair start. The robots can shoot themselves. That's awesome. Way to program that in. And then I died already. And they're switching video modes. Notice that they're going from the video mode we've seen from a few other titles whenever it shows your high score. But here, we're in the monochrome. Nice touch. Yeah, it's very, very fast. Very well done Berserk, though, that you could play right now. When we first saw this, I believe there wasn't an official Berserk yet. The only one you could play was in the arcades. But now, if we're playing on a global scale, this is available. You can play Berserk at home. It's on Atari. And it's on the Atari home computer. Atari VCS and the Atari home computer. In the United Kingdom, though, I'm not sure if it would have been as... the robots are killing everybody for me. Man, yeah, the shots are really fast, though. Yeah, I don't see Curtis in the chat. Yeah, Kun's there. So if you can tell me how close this is. This looks and plays really close to the Coco. Do you want to play again? Yeah, I do. This is good Berserk. Now, at this point, there's a lot more competition for the multi-directional shooter or the top-down run-and-gun like this. And some of the best ones that you could play out there on home computers would be like Seamus. That one's fantastic. Maniac is a two-player simultaneous Berserk-style game. But that one was a type-in game, so, you can, if you want to count that or not. Oh, and the walls are electrified. We already knew that. Every Berserk game does that. Man, the way you spawn in, though, yeah, that's brutal. You got to be on your toes. We are moving a little slow, and that was how it was on the TRS-80 color computer, too. But some other ones that are good are on the home computer space is Crazy Shootout is another really well-done Berserk-style game. I would give that one the nod as being better than this one, too. As well as Marauder that had the two different game modes. Marauder did the top-down Berserk, and that one's available for the Atari VCS console as well. But on the home computer, you get to switch between two modes. You went to like a shoot-'em-up, fixed shoot-'em-up, and then you also went to a top-down run-and-gun like this. And it had mini stealth modes. Whoa, that's so unfair. Evil Orville just showed up. He is not hanging around. Maybe he's more evil than Evil Otto. Oh, and notice how the game kind of speeds up a little bit. When there's less enemies on screen, it goes a little faster. But yeah, it's Berserk. Look how crazy fast the robot's shooting. Kill him. There we go. Nice. Keep going room by room. Very nice. This one is the 9th game we played published by Dragon Data, and I think that's most of the games that were on the Dragon 32. There we go. And as far as the Mark Data products, pretty sure it's Ron Krebs, but it may not have been for this port. This is the 10th game Mark Data Products has done that we played on the show. Yeah, it's awfully silent. There's no one yelling chicken fight like a robot. And we played versions of Berserk-like games that, yeah, that's a good point. The games that play exactly like Berserk, this one is the 22nd game. And there are some other Berserk games that have speech in them. Not even the official ones. Like on the Atari VCS, no one was talking to us either. But that's the console. Here on home computer, the competition's a little more fierce. You can go all over the place with the quality of what the game's going to be. This one's still great. And you can play arcade style. You and a friend can take turns, just like you're in the arcade. All right, let's finish these guys off. There we go. No one's calling me chicken. Well, especially not in this game, because no one's saying anything. In Berserk, no one can hear you scream. All right, so there's a quick taste of Berserk. Very similar, if not exactly identical to the version on the color computer. This is still great. A great home version of the game. At this point, now that we're a year later, I would say 3.5 stars because I did say 4 stars for Berserk on the Coco, but it's still a very good title. So of all the games you could play across all home computers, Berserk is still good. 3.5 for sure. Charlie's thrown out 3. That means average for all the games you could play. Yeah, Manly's going average as well. I know there's a lot of other Berserks. This one still can hold a candle to them. I wouldn't give it the 4 stars like the Coco, just based on it's a year later. As we go more forward through time, it's going to be I'm going to be rating the games as if of all the other things we've seen so far. All right, so after Dragon 32, what is our next game? Awesome. Next, we got to see what's on the TV.
Timex brings the power of the computer
It's
within reach
Timex.
of more people than ever before. Introducing the Timex Sinclair 1000.
Ooh,
The
fancy.
first of a new generation of computers designed to be easier to use.
Look how tiny
and
it is.
to own. For $99.95, power to learn at the speed of light. Power to organize with unfailing accuracy. The Timex Sinclair
Unfailing
1000.
accuracy?
Power is within.
How do you have unfailing accuracy for any of these computers? How can anyone say that? But I guess we'll have unfailing accuracy as we play Bigflap Attack on the... Now, it does say ZX81. This is actually only for the Timex Sinclair 1000, to my knowledge. Now, we lump all the games together because it's in United Kingdom, it's the Sinclair ZX81, but in North America, it was known as the Timex Sinclair 1000. But this game is only on the Timex Sinclair 1000. Let's take a look at the box, or the cassette case for Bigflap Attack. What are we in for this time? This marks our 72nd game that's been available for the ZX81 or Timex Sinclair 1000. You just take the cassette, move it across the pond, and then play. This cassette has much to be desired. I mean, what is this? This looks like software for the Timex Sinclair 1000. Is this a real game? We'll have to see. Any other artwork we have for Bigflap Attack? Oh yeah, we have the cassette that we can pop in and play, and it looks like we just have to load Bird to play the game. Sounds easy enough. We also have the manual inside the sleeve. It tells you how to play. Review the instruction screen, and it tells us, oh, birds! You're being attacked by giant birds. To defend yourself and score points, you shoot birds right between the eyes. If you hit them anywhere else, you won't stop them. So we have to shoot the bird between the eyes. If you miss 5 times in a row, Bigflap will swoop down and make a snack of you. We'll get eaten by a bird. And remember, you have to hit him between the eyes. And that's it as far as how the game's played. Let's pop in and play Bigflap Attack. This is by Timex Computer Corporation at sometime in October 1982. Yes, a Timex exclusive. I'm so excited. All right, we're going to hit run and get going. There it is, Timex Sinclair 1000. Lambasted all over the place. All right, press enter when you're ready. We are ready. At some time in October. Welcome to Bigflap Attack. When the vulture and man appear, you may begin. Use the 5 and 8 keys to move the man, and F to fire. So this is the cursor keys. 5, 6, 7, and 8 are the cursor keys on the ZX81 or the Timex Sinclair 1000. Hit the vulture between the eyes and score. We got a skill level that's 1 through 10. 1 is light speed, and they mean extremely fast, and 10 is for novices. 5 is for a good game. All right, let's do a 5 then. Lower the level, the more points earned. Oh, really? Let's crank it up then. Let's go for light speed. Let's see how fast the Timex Sinclair 1000 will go. Oh, yeah, Manly. It's a giant one, right? That you use for the system. All right, here we go. We're going with light speed. What was it? 5. And, all right, I got to remember my keys. All right, ready? I'm ready. And go. Light speed. 5 and 8. Whoa, they actually said the controls on the screen. Look at that. Giant characters. Where's my fire? There's my fire. I am firing what looks like a lasso at the top of the screen. Oh, man. I feel like I'm going to explain this game to my therapist later. Can you describe the dream? Yes, I was on the bottom moving left and right, firing a giant Twizzler at a huge ASCII character, a condor. And it works. Yeah, you have to hit him between the eyes. But if you miss, uh-oh. Is he going to eat me? He's going to eat me. And don't adjust your sound. The Timex Sinclair 1000 has no sound. I can put in my initials. Nice. Gotta remember to type slow on my membrane keyboard. Missed 5 birds in a row. You lose. Our score was 2,500. Do we want to go again? Yeah. Same level? Oh, we can change it. Yeah, let's change from light speed. Let's say, let's do a 5. We'll go for a good game. Wow. I know, Manly, the graphics are huge. It kind of reminds me when we played Mazogs. The Mazog graphics were large too, but this is the largest characters that you could play on anything, on the ZX81 or Timex Sinclair 1000. Oh, it has a really good scene, definitely. All right, ready? I'm ready. And 5 and 8. I got my hands, and we're going. Oh, I gotta be careful how I aim, I see. Yes. So if you miss 5 times in a row, that's when the bird will kill you. Nice and easy. There. No, I missed again. And he eats us. And that's it. That's the game. Missed 5 birds in a row. Do you want to go again? Yes. Yes, I do. Against my better judgment. Yeah, let's do 5 again. I should be able to handle level 5. 5 and 8. Move the man. And for some reason, does this feel smoother? Look at how smooth you move left and right across the screen. There's a tad bit of flicker, but this computer of all the home computers has been the one that has impressed me because majority of the games we played first were really similar to the ZX80, which was just ASCII character graphics, and it wasn't very impressive. But the more we played games on this, it continues to push and push. One of the games we played on this had parallax scrolling on this computer. So this is another one. I'm amazed that we're playing with a character this large. But you can see how simple the gameplay is. I'm going to do same game, same level. All you're doing is moving left, right, and fire. So it's kind of like we're playing a shooting gallery game. I wouldn't even classify this as a fixed shooter like Space Invaders, because it's more like we're just shooting a target at the top. We're trying to aim and shoot a target. And this time I can do it. Yeah, shoot between the eyes, get a higher score than we did before. If you play on faster skill levels, though, you get a higher score too. Yeah, now we're doing great. That's it. So on the medium level, you can see how simple it is. Just move left, right, and fire. I mean, even more simpler than a fixed shooter. This one marks our 51st game that we would classify as a shooting gallery style game. Very, very simple. Yes, well said, Manly. I love it. The large character on the screen reminds me of when we played Frog, that was on the Atari home computer, or Back to Nature, that was on the Commodore 64, where you had a giant frog on the screen they were trying to animate. That's what this looks like, just in bird form. Do I want to play again? No. Let's say no. Does it break? Yes, it does. You don't just end the game on the Timex Sinclair 1000. You break the game. All right, so of all the games you can play right now, it is a feast for the eyes. But as far as gameplay, it's lacking. There's not a whole lot that this one has going for it. Of all the games you can be playing right now on home computers, Bigflap Attack is lacking. I'm going to say it's bad just because of the gameplay. Very, very simple, almost too simple to move left and right. It is impressive with the larger graphics, but I'm going to say of all the games you could be playing right now, you'd be blown away if you had this as your only computer. Oh, yeah, definitely. If we were rating this on just the Timex Sinclair 1000 or ZX81, it would be way higher, but I got to go 2 stars. Yeah, for all time, yeah, it's 2 stars. I've even seen a 2.5 in the chat. That's pretty nice. But yeah, it's bad because there's across all home computers, there's better gameplay that's out there. All right, with that, let's see what our next game is. Next, we're going to play on another home computer, the Texas Instruments 99-4A. This is Blackbeard's Treasure. Let's take a look at the advertisement flyer because that's all that I got for this one. 15 men on the dead men's chest and a bottle of rum. Your 5-man diving team has found the lost treasure of Blackbeard the Pirate. Unfortunately, it's at the bottom of the shark-infested sea and protected by 2 giant octopuses. Wait, octopuses? Wait, isn't it octopi? Sorry, I don't want to correct the marketing team, but I think they got a grammar error there. The sharks have been fed since the last time someone played this game, and they love to eat divers. Gameplay, beautiful full-color graphics, sounds fantastic. Here's some examples of screenshots. It looks definitely like the Texas Instrument home computer. There we are at the top with your divers. You go down to the bottom, collect treasure, and then come back up. This one's by Miller's Graphics. To my knowledge, this is the only game that Miller's Graphics ever did and ever will do. Now, this game is another title on the Texas Instruments home computer that is really hard to find. I cannot get this game, so we are not able to play Blackbeard's Treasure, sadly. It's usually all the games we play on this computer are cartridge, and this is one of those ones that's on cassette, but I can't find the cassette anywhere. So I'm going to have to give it a half star. Of all the games you could be playing right now on a home computer, Blackbeard's, once I get in the palm of our hand and get to play it, then we'll be able to re-rate it. And we've done it before, so if you know how we could get the game to play Blackbeard's Treasure, drop me a line, and we'll check it out. But if I've seen the screenshots and the gameplay, it's very similar to another arcade game we played called Calypso. So if we get a chance to play it, we'll re-rate it. All right, now it's time to put our video game playing on pause, or lack of playing if we don't have the game, sadly. Next time on Chronologically Gaming, let's see what happens when Grandma gets run over by a semi. That's it for today, and like I always say, if only there was a way to flip the trackball over and make it fit in the palm of your hand. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and Maine. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.